Coach, just kind of take me through the thought process of having your own kind of venue to practice the day before competition.
It's not that uncommon. I mean, I think high schools are usually pretty accommodating when you come into town. It helps being in Oklahoma. Obviously, Dane Fix went here, so it's nice. Really appreciate Sand Springs letting us use this facility.
I know Casey didn't have the match he probably envisioned last week. Kind of tell me how he's attacked it this week, going into probably one of the toughest tournaments early this year.
Casey's a competitor, like, dude, this is wrestling. It's hard. It's a long season. Like, there's ups and there's downs, like, guys wrestled a year and a half and had a great match, all-star match, and just, it's a quick turnaround against a really good young kid, and sometimes those matches just don't go your way, but it's just not really a big deal in the grand scheme of things. We're not asking guys to be perfect. It's very much like, yeah, made some mistakes, and he's back in the room fixing them this week. So he's got a great attitude, and I know he's hungry to get back on the mat.
With this kind of tournament format and getting to bring the guys that you're able to bring, multiple guys with multiple weights, do you plan on kind of accommodating depending upon what match is coming up on the bracket?
We'll see what happens.
You got a lot of young guys in the lineup this year. What kind of conversations do you have with them ahead of a huge event like this?
I mean, it's really not. This is practice. This is just, we get to practice against some of the best teams in the country and some of the best guys in the country. Like, that's what we're doing it for. This week was no different for us in terms of preparation. Our guys are really excited, really hungry. These are some fiery group of dudes, and they're excited to compete. We just got ready for our first match, starting 125, Troy, and just got to take each match, one match at a time. Can't take anything for granted, and we're going to see these guys again this season. We'll see everybody again this season. So we just got to go out and wrestle hard.
Speaking of 125, is that where we're going to start every duel, or is it a choice of the coach?
Oh, I don't know. That was just an assumption of mine, but I think that's what you do. Whatever weight you start at, we'll be ready to go.
You've got, compared to some of the other teams that are here that are going to be missing some starters, is it just luck of the draw that you guys have been lucky this summer, or is it anything that you guys have done specially to make sure that you guys are ready for this early in the year?
I mean, we just really focus on our own program, and what we're doing is we're trying to get guys better at wrestling, and I think our guys are getting better, they're healthy and excited to compete, and right now we're focused on taking our squad and going and let it rip.
Has there been much talk about the takedown awards and trying to make sure that you guys get that, or is that just going to come with what you guys are wrestling, how you guys wrestle?
We're just going to go out and try and score as many points as we can. I think we'll see where all the chips fall at the end. But at the end of the day, our guys are trying to go out and score points, and if that stuff, we don't really need to get incentivized to go score. Our guys are pretty incentivized already to go out and kick butt. So just got to take one match at a time. That's really what it's about.
I think there's been some reporting that there are 16 people that y'all were allowed to roster. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Anybody that we're going to be surprised to see?
I don't know. Are you surprised? We got 16 guys here. I think it's just that's not anything being coy about it. You got the 10 guys that wrestled last week. We got 6 more guys, just like anyone else. We're trying to fill our roster needs and just navigate this tournament. It's kind of uncharted territories. Like this dual tournament hasn't been around in a while. I think we're all excited to get through it and figure it out. Yeah, we're just excited to go wrestle.
Having 4 matches in 2 days, is that kind of tough this early in the year? Is that why we've got the extra 6 guys, or do you expect that's not really a problem?
I mean, it's pretty standard to travel extras on an away trip, Like, obviously, I think we get a little bit more for this one, but, I mean, our guys are ready to wrestle 4 matches, 6 matches, 10 matches, but it really is just one match at a time, and it's pretty long breaks in between the rounds, So it's just, for us, it's really, I mean, I'm not trying to be a broken record or anything. It's just literally we just got ready for the first match, and then that's going to determine who we got next and when we wrestle and what time. That's really out of our control. We can control just our thoughts and emotions, and these guys got 7 minutes or less, and then we get to move on to it. So it's, we're very excited to compete. Very excited to compete. What a great opportunity that we have in front of us, and looking forward to it.
The most talked about weight coming into this event is 184. A lot of strong young guys. Where do you think Zach Ryder stacks up with the rest of the competition there?
I mean, Zach's just he's a tough young kid. He's excited to compete. That's why we wrestle. We're not in it to make predictions and things like that. We're in it to just try and be the best versions of ourselves. And Zach's hungry and motivated. He's got lofty goals, and this is a great weekend. What a great opportunity that he has to go out and wrestle some of these guys in the country. But like anything else, like we got to take care of business one round at a time. You can't really put anything out there until it's time to step on the mat and wrestle. And but we're excited.
Coach, going back to Casey, kind of tell me a little bit about, I've seen Casey on the mat, so I know what he's like as a competitor, but tell me, what is he like as a teammate? I saw him coaching up some guys, some of the younger guys. Is that something that he started doing when he first joined the room? Yeah,
that's Casey's been awesome like that since he's gotten here. He's very much become just a leader of the team. The guy works really hard. He's had a lot of experience. He's made a lot of mistakes, and he's learned from them, and like he echoes that to the guys. Like, hey, this is what to expect this week. This is what I've done in the past. It worked really good for me. This is what I did that maybe it didn't work as good for me, and the guys definitely listen to him. Which is cool. And, yeah, like you said, like we're what's happened in the past is in the past. We're looking forward. And it's a new week, and you see him today. He's helping Sergio. Sergio's getting down to weight. And it's just that's normal for him. He's just that kind of guy, we're pretty lucky to have him.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.